Hey everyone. Okay, so we are talking about special slopes. So we have to answer a few questions about these couple of graphs right here. The first one is a horizontal line, just a horizontal line. And they want to know if the graph is a function. If we use a vertical line, do the vertical line test, we can determine if that graph is a function, right? Take that and move it across the graph. If it only touches it one time, it's a function, right? And so it only touched it one time. So is that graph a function? Yes, it is. So we can say yes, it is a function. Now, my domain. The domain, this graph has an arrow on this side, it's going to go left forever, and on this side, it's going to go right forever. So the domain of this graph is going to be, what do you think? You're right, all real numbers. Okay, and then the range. It's going to be your y values, because domain is your x values, range is your y values. You want to know how tall the graph can get. Well, this graph isn't very tall. There's only one y value that it can be. What is that y value? Well, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only y value we have on there is 5. So our range is just 5. Well, just looking at the graph, the next question is, what's the slope? Looking at the graph, it doesn't go up or down. So that means it has zero slope. So the slope is 0. They want to know what axis the graph intersects. Well, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So this graph intersects the y-axis. Okay, now the equation of the line is the y value that it lies on. So the only y value that it can be, every y value on that line is a 5, right? So y equals 5 is the equation of the line. Remember, this is a special slope, special instance. Okay, so look at this graph. Is it a function? Think of the vertical line test. If I drew a vertical line, let me do this color. If I drew a vertical line, would it touch it in more than one place? Well, yeah, if I put it right on top of it, it's going to touch in more than one place, right? Okay, so is that a function? No, it is not a function. So what is the domain? What is the domain? So that means what is x values? There's only one x value, right, that it can be. So -1, 2, -3. So we only have an x value of -3 that we can use. Now the range, they want to know how tall the graph can get, how far up it can go, how far down it can go. Well, it can go up to infinity and down to -infinity. So it's going to be all real numbers. It's all of them, right? Okay, and then if we have a graph that is a vertical line, our slope is going to be undefined. The axis that the graph intersects, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, it intersects the x-axis. And just like the equation of the horizontal line was y equals 5, the equation of this one is going to be x equals a -3, because every x value on that line is going to equal a -3. One way to think about this is you have a horizontal line, you have 0 slope, and your equation is y equals a number. Okay, And then this one, you have a vertical line. Your slope is undefined. It's undefined, okay? And your equation is x equals a number. So whenever you're thinking about your horizontal and vertical lines and their slopes and what their equations are, always think of Hoy Bucks because that will help you remember it. Promise. All right, let's continue on. We have just a few more problems and that'll be the end of this video. So let's see if we can match up these equations with their graph, okay? Think about the ones that you just did. I'm going to do one with you, and then I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to let you pick out the one that you think is right, and let's see how you did, okay? All right, so let's look at this one again. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. So this line is crossing the y-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that every y value is going to equal 4. So the equation of my line is going to be y equals 4. So that is the equation of our line. So there we go. That one matches. All right, now I'm going to pause the video, and then one at a time I'll come back and let you see how you did, okay? All right. Okay, how did you do on this one? Did you do good on this one? Y equals a -1. Okay, I wrote it in the wrong place, it looks like. Okay, so from the origin, I went down. This one crosses the y-axis, so it's y equals -1. Okay, both of those are horizontal lines. The other ones are vertical. My equation should be what? We'll pause the video. You do yours. Let's do both of them this time, okay? Okay, so how'd you do on this one? Now these were vertical lines. So remember Hoy-Bucks, this was a vertical line. It has undefined slope. And so the equation is x equals a number. So it's where it crosses the x-axis. This one crosses at 5. This one crosses at -3. So this equation is x equals 5. This equation is x equals -3. All right. So that's it for this portion of the lesson. And we'll do the next video will be the rest of special slopes. Okay, see you in a sec.